It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that subscribes to my show and show me love. In the House of the Legends, we have a person that's really, really phenomenal. She's a filmmaker, she's a storyteller, and she's an advanced businesswoman. So, in the House of the Legends, I bring you Erica Nichol Malone. How you doing, Erica?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take you way back in the beginning, like your
Okay.
childhood. And so let's talk about your childhood and how you advanced to the stages of where you are right now, and also let the viewers know where you're based at.
Yeah, I'm based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I fly back and forth to LA.
Hmm.
I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm from the South, a Southern girl, born and
Okay.
raised. And I started off, writing poetry when I was really young. And my mother just took me around people who taught me about the arts and Black music and really just let me be immersed in the culture. And then at 13, I wrote my first monologue to get into the U Performing Arts High School, which is a performing arts high school. And I started writing plays and acting. And I wrote my first play my senior year in high school, and
Nice.
then continued writing plays throughout college to pay for tuition. And that was my first, I guess, hint of promoting myself, getting the AKAs and the Deltas and the Zetas and the Kappas and the Qs to come to my plays and have
Right.
800 students and there. And just from there, I realized not only was I good at the theatrical side of it, but also the business side, and
Right.
really gave me a lot of confidence.
I read about the deprivement of women of color in the film industry and how there was things that were going on as far as deprivement. And so, can you tell the viewers about that?
In terms of being deprived in the film
Yes.
industry,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, definitely. And I think anyone with a lens, especially in the South, for
Right.
me, I was able to take a step back, look into Hollywood and see that, there are only a handful of amazing movies at that time in the
Hmm.
80s of Black movies, and you had your Coming to Americas and so forth. But, you're thinking, well, if you get there, there's going to be more there. But at the time, in the mid 2000s, 2015, 2016, there weren't more film. I think there's starting to be a burgeoning amount of films now, in my opinion,
Right.
more so on streaming. Streaming has been just such a blessing, I think, for Black film,
Hmm.
giving us a segue that's not in theaters, but we're able to get our stories told. As in my film, Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story, which is on Hulu.
Right.
Yeah, there is, but I think you have to be creative and also don't allow not having finances or not having a lot of money to stop you from what you think might be the next big film that could catapult Black cinema to the next level.
Okay. And by you stepping up, what made you actually say to yourself, "I actually want to be a voice"?
Yes. It's so funny. I tell people all the time, nothing in your life is wasted. No matter
Right.
what happened in your life, nothing's wasted. And I remember being 10, 11, 12 years old, really loving Black history.
Right.
Other students in the class were just, chewing gum and talking to their friends. And I was like taking every note about every Black fact, Benjamin Banneker. I wanted to know. It was like amazing to me. So yeah, I think understanding that, understanding civil rights, understanding the roles that SNCC and NAACP and a lot of these organizations played, that was pivotal to me. That it's a passing of the baton to each of us, all of
Right.
us collectively,
Hmm.
to handle and to carry on some of the legacies that they wanted for us, and definitely in cinema and film, I wanted to create Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story, be able to talk about the NAACP, be able to talk about Dr. King, and show how we were able to have joy in the midst of atrocities and civil rights.
The source of intimidation is something that actually happens in not only just film, but other things as well. And I feel as a person of color that we've been deprived a lot from history. And like people like you stepping up, we need more people like
Thank you.
and I feel that I think it's quite awesome that that you just step up and say, well, listen, this is what it is, stop the nonsense. Do
Yeah.
you agree?
I 100% agree. And my business partner, I have an amazing business partner, Phil Robinson, who also was co-executive producer of the film. And that was just important. Black excellence, showing us in a regal manner. I think that people don't understand that what they create
Hmm.
has significant consequences to
Right.
us, just in terms of humanization.
Hmm.
Seeing us as regal, seeing us as in our excellence, literally saves our lives in terms of being pulled over, seeing us as human. So for me, it's just such an important imagery to create film and projects that represent us in a positive light.
So let's get right into the songwriting part of you. Everybody, she's writes songs. She has a new track out, and let's talk about that.
Well, before I get to the song, I'll just say the roots of the songwriting. I started writing songs in my musicals and plays that toured around the country, and I wrote all of the songs for that. And for Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story, I wrote one of the
Right.
songs for that film. So this song, I'm Climbing, is part of a documentary film called The Bucket Wish that I created.
Okay.
Basically to help people of all races and colors and
Right.
backgrounds, but definitely since I'm a person of color, there's
Hmm.
a lens, there's a ceiling that we don't see that sometimes makes us think that we can't do something. And I
Right.
want us to celebrate the wishes now. What are wishes now? Not the bucket list before you die. What do you want to do right now that you haven't done before? So I'm Climbing is about climbing. Everything that you've been through in your life is not wasted. You're rising to a better version of yourself, lifting things you cannot see. That's the weight, all the things in your mind that held you down over the years, the pain, the trauma, every challenge, but you're climbing over that. And that's what
Right.
that song is meant to inspire the world.
Inspiration is a very process, actually a process. Everybody doesn't get it all at one time, because I noticed that a lot of people I interview, they deal with integration as far as people uh, dealing with lack of support. And I feel that more of that will be definitely something that we both need to really put our energies out there and get it back, if you understand what I'm saying. But what we're going to do now, we're going to listen to Erica. She has a track out called I'm Climbing. And I want you guys to go out there, support her about it, and play it and give us some feedback. And here we
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
And we're back. And we have Erica Nichol Malone in the house. Hey, Erica.
Hi.
So my question to you is they have a lot of upcoming artists coming out today, and it could be dance, it can be film, it can be politics or whatever the situation would be. Do you have any inspiring words for them?
I would say just speak your truth. And whatever it is, don't try to emulate. I know there's a lot of temptation, and I'm seeing that with different artists and just different politicians, celebrities. Everyone's kind of emulating everyone off of Instagram and whatever you think is hot or social media and the points, and they all shift based on popularity. And I would just say, speak your truth.
Right.
Be yourself. Do what you feel that you're called to do, even if you're an eagle, standing alone. Don't be afraid.
Okay. So let's talk about some current events. What you got coming up? What you got cooking? Tell the viewers anything that they need to know, some previews or whatever or what have you.
Yeah, I mean, right now I have a TV series that I'm shooting as well, and it's a lifestyle series. And also, I'm going to be going in to do an album next year
Mhm.
in the spring. The bucket wish was amazing. It was about all of these wishes that I
Right.
hadn't tried, but I realized how much I enjoy singing. And so I'm going to record an album. There's a lot of requests from that, so I'll do that. But I'm recording a lifestyle series right now, as well as writing a couple of biopics.
Okay. That takes a lot of energy and imagination, wouldn't you say? Because to actually put out a production that is so powerful, I mean, what do you do to actually energize yourself and get motivated?
That's why I'm really careful about creating characters that inspire me, because if they don't inspire me, then I really can't transcend into the character. A lot of times I'm in consciousness with each character, so I have to really be inspired by them in order to write about them. So I think that's what keeps me energized. I care about what they stood for, and I
Right.
want to represent them in the best way possible.
Let's talk about some of your achievements, if you have. Tell the viewers about some of those, the benefits of all that you put into your craft.
Yeah, it's such hard work, and I have such an amazing team. But I just have with Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story. We won 40 festivals, and we had 60 nominations. And then in 2023, last year, I won breakthrough for creative from an emotion picture with the
Wow.
NAACP Image Awards. So I won my first NAACP Image Award last year. And just all of the incredible achievements with Remember Me, honoring also Denise Dowse, who was the director of that film. But, Lettucey starred in that film. She was fantastic. It was just such a pivotal film, and that was just huge achievements.
What's the feeling wearing all those hats? I know it must be dynamic in a sense.
Yeah, I think writing a film and then executive producing it was me and my business partner, but executive producing is really tough, especially when you write it, because you have to say, okay, no, this has to go to the cutting room floor, even though you're like, oh no, this is such great work.
Right.
But it's about the bottom line and what you can afford to put out there. So
Right.
it's pretty spectacular though. It's something I can't describe.
My question to you is that film writing and production, how do you get the source of endorsements, to actually fund, the funding to actually put it out there in a sense?
Yeah, and I want to just start off and give a shout out to all those independent producers out there. I understand how you feel, but I think again, starting off with plays, and I mean, I just had no money, and I was
Oh,
20.
wow.
Yeah, I was like 20,
Right.
21, 22. But I'd go to funeral homes and I'd talk to the funeral director.
Oh, wow.
He'd write me
You
a
you really
500.
you really put your grind on, don't you?
I did. He'd write me a $500 check, and I'm seeing like a casket in the next room. I
Wow.
went to
That's
beauty
it's
salons. I went to the churches. I was like a person running for a campaign
mhm,
for all of my plays that I toured around, in Louisville, Kentucky. But then, as you start expanding, you have the money to do it. But so that really set me up to be able to come into Hollywood. Now, it just so happens, me and my business partner, we co-own
mhm.
a healthcare consulting firm. So we financed our own film. We didn't
Right.
go out to any outside sources. We self-financed. But for a lot of people, I just tell them, it's don't be afraid to uh, go get the money and believe that someone will get behind your vision.
Okay. Well, it's been an honor. I mean, an honor to have you on my show. And you guys go out there, support her, and watch her film, and take this as a lesson to whatever your dreams might be. And before we get off stage here, let's add her back. And can you tell the viewers how can they can actually be in contact with you?
Yes, please go to Erica Nichol Malone on my Instagram page, message me. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for having me on this interview today. So blessed and so thankful.
Okay. And I look forward to seeing you on the screen.
Thank you. And
Okay.
please get my song, I'm Climbing,
Most
all around the
definitely.
world.
Okay. And you guys, this has been another T Low video production. And you guys go out there and support her and believe in yourself.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.